Hello and welcome to Workhorse Wrestling Network. You are gathered with us tonight for the most chaotic wrestling recap show in the multiverse. This is All For
NAWT. No.
Not.
Yeah, I must have something down within. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We will be going over Raw and NXT tonight. So let's get started. We're going to get started with the Raw Roundup. Eventually, I'm going to get like some whiplash sound or something. Uh, And we're going to start off with the opening of Raw. We had the Jay Uso promo where he came out of the crowd. He had a lot of fanfare. I think he is getting a lot of fan reaction. I like the theme that he has. It's like he's a complete package now.
Mhm.
So what did you think?
I liked it. I thought it was a little rocky at parts, but he, he kept it going. It wasn't too bad.
We later found out through a backstage thing that Adam Pearce said because he came to Raw, someone needs to go to SmackDown. So it could be Cody. That way he can chase after the title. But we don't know. We'll have to see. Um, then we had our first match, the Viking Raiders versus Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle, and the Viking Raiders won due to Kofi getting involved, and they used Kofi
Viking
as a
Raiders,
weapon.
Viking Raiders picking up all these wins.
Yeah, it seems like lately everybody has been getting wins that normally doesn't get wins. That goes into the next match we had, was Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Ricochet by DQ. Uh, again, shocking match. Uh, what did you think about that?
Ricochet won by DQ. I thought Shinsuke won by DQ.
I think you said Ricochet won by DQ. I have to go back and double check. Let me see. Let me see. Oh no, I'm paused in this weird vortex of world. Um, Ricochet. It said Ricochet by DQ. Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
thought Shinsuke was the one who got attacked.
yeah. So that no, I think what it was is that let me see what it says. Uh, I think I remember him hitting Ricochet first, and then it wasn't like an intentional contact. You know how they do it where he accidentally hit Ricochet to get to Shinsuke, and then now he has a problem with self when he tried to help him in the beginning. That's how they
Hmm.
start feud. We had the Judgment Day promo where they made it clear that they needed to get it done tonight, and they wanted to, Finn wanted to add JD McDonough into the group, and they said, "Well, we'll see after the match he has with Sami Zayn later on in the night." And so Mommy made it clear that she had some directives that she wanted for Dominic to do. And so that plays into later on. We had a backstage promo with uh, Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler interrupts that sets up this match where it's Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark. Winner, Shayna Baszler. I thought that was a quick match. Not a quick match. It was a good match. It was an okay match. I would say it wasn't bad. It wasn't like spectacular. It was just okay. Um, Again, we had another ladies match. It was
Back to
set up
back.
again by a backstage promo where Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen, it's ironic, and I mentioned it in the chat of I think True Hill Heat when I was watching. They Piper Niven is not medically cleared. It's, mind you, this is a month or two after she sat down and videotaped herself cleansing these titles with like holy water and everything else. It obviously is not working. That title is cursed. And so as Chelsea was complaining and talking, Raquel was like, you know what, we can take this out to the ring. Like, I'm tired of your mouth. Because she essentially, when Raquel walked away, talked behind her back and was like, oh, because she's the loser? Because she didn't win? Because Rhea Ripley beat her? And she was like, no, we're not going to do that. And so they
So
ended up having a match.
there's Carter Chance and Fire Island. Who else is left with the tag division?
Nobody.
Like, you got two teams. Like, I hate to say it, but it it might be time to just drop it
24/7
and
it.
retire the
20,
titles at this point.
24/7 it. Either that or bring up some NXT teams.
Well, NXT's only got a couple too, and
But they have some upcoming ones. Like they have like their version of the Bella Twins now. And some
have
other
they even debuted?
They've been wrestling like live shows and stuff and like dark matches, but not like on TV.
There's Faraz and her tag team partner, and like
Yeah.
I'm blanking on any others.
You used to have Gigi and JC, but you messed that up. I don't understand it. But the next
It
match we
might be
had was
time to just call your losses and retire the titles. I hate to say it, but like I don't like. What do you do when you have a division with only 3 participants?
yes. Uh, we had JD McDonald versus Sami Zayn, and JD McDonald won. We all knew it was gonna be some shenanigans in this, especially after the early promo. But my thing is JD in? Is he like truly in with the Judgment Day? Or is this like I'm just setting you up to make you feel special and then dump you on the side of the road? Because there's
It's
no
hard to
way.
tell with JD.
Yeah, it's like I think him and Finn as a tag team would be great. But
But also, I could just as easily see him being setting Finn up to take his spot.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, the last match of the Raw Roundup is another American, true-blooded American man getting beat in front of his children. Gunther versus Chad Gable, and the winner is Gunther. I also want to say I'm not gonna name the YouTube channel, but that was bad that you took his daughter crying and made it the face of your stream that night. That was horrible. I was like, why? That little girl was hysterically crying, and you took the ugly cry and posted it as your thumbnail. That was bad. But I did enjoy the match a lot. I think it was front of the pack for me. It wasn't like middle.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't back of the pack. Even though we've seen the match in like 2 other different ways, this was great. And then I also saw online that they had a backstage thing where it seems like we're gonna get another match, and maybe at this match it'll be the changeover. But Gunther, you could have slapped Honky Tonk in the chest. That would have made me happy. She didn't want to do
Wait,
that.
why we gotta
Huh?
kill a 70-year-old man?
Listen, Honky Tonk man is not how can I explain it? He's kind of like Flair. He's very outward appearing, the old nice man, and then you open the door and some stuff fall out. So that's why I don't mind him getting smacked in the chest. It don't matter to me. I mean, a lot of people get smacked in the chest at old age. I mean, Santana, was it not Santana Jackson? What's his name? Mike Jackson. He gets chopped all the time. So now we're on the NXT rundown, okay? NXT rundown. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got some
Um,
slides for you.
Before we get into that, we should probably mention Dominic Mysterio and Jey Uso talk backstage.
Yeah, I really didn't put that on the list because it's like it really didn't too much do anything. It didn't go like that. When it turned into a match, nobody was really fighting for it. Monday Night Raw doesn't set up for weeks in advance. I noticed that NXT does, but not Monday Night Raw. Because I think at the end of this NXT, we like next week, we got Becky versus Tiffany. And I forgot it's another match they set up. And so it's like, I need you all to progress storylines. I think even on Dynamite, which we'll talk about tomorrow on after Dynamite, they've had some progressions with storylines. And they have seriously opened the door to a lot of things that normally you don't talk about in the wrestling business. So I'm appreciative of that. Um, we started off unusually. We had a NXT Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton, the champion, versus Kiana James. And Tiffany won, but she won by doing Kiana cheating. She's like, I'm gonna give you you. And I really appreciate that because it made me think. The match, I wouldn't even say it was serviceable. It was no reason to have this match. It was just worthless. And then on top of that, it wasn't even good. But the fact that finally somebody went into the ring with Kiana and knows she uses her purse to cheat with and not pretend like it's not going to happen to them. I appreciate that. In the next match after that, we had Ilya Dragunov versus Ora Mensa with the metaphor, up in the, as Booker T said, it looked like it was frozen and it was an ice box. No, I think Vic Joseph said that. They looked like they were frozen in the ice box, which they did. But the winner was Ilya Dragunov. So what did you think about that match, Sammy?
It was good.
Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Global Heritage Invitational, we had Nathan Frazier versus Duke Hudson. Your winner is Nathan Frazier. When we get to the next one, we'll go over all of the end standings because I have that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, they're fighting for this Heritage Cup right here. And we have Block A, which is Axiom, Butch, Tyler Bate, and Charlie Dempsey. And Block B, we have Duke Hudson, Nathan Frazier, Joe Coffey, and Akira Tozawa. Okay? So then we were on to Tyler Bate versus Dabba-Kato. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I had no doubt that Tyler Bate was going to win this. Because if he didn't, I'll be like, what were you thinking? What were you smoking before you got on this line? That was, and I wish it wasn't like that because Dabba-Kato looks like he really could win a real life fight. But Tyler Bate in professional wrestling is a wrestler who should win over Dabba-Kato. We had the number one contenders match with our special referee, Dominic Mysterio, and Mustafa Ali won. Okay. I don't quite understand where we're going with this because it seems like Dragon Lee has come and just lost. Just lost.
A lot.
Yeah, and it's like no reason to lose. It just makes no sense. We had another Global Heritage Invitational match. We had Butch versus Axiom, and it went to a time limit draw. Okay, so with that, ladies and gentlemen, which it was a great, to me, it was a great match. It was something that when you hear that those two are wrestling each other, you expect a good match, and they delivered. Um, so since we at the end of the matches for that night, we're gonna go over the Group A. Butch has 3 points. Axiom has 2 points. I mean, Axiom has 1 point. Sorry. Tyler Bate has 0 points. Charlie Dempsey has 0 points. Group B, they said that Joe Coffey has 2. Nathan Frazier has 2. Duke Hudson has 2. Akira Tozawa has 0. Listen, you need to do better.
I don't know how to feel about it being split into two different groups. I mean, I you do have 5 matches less that way,
Yeah.
so I think it's about saving time for them.
Yeah, especially because we have a pay-per-view at the end of the month. And so you also want to get to a winner to build to a storyline to get to the end. It's a lot. It's a lot for no reason. Um so then we had a backstage segment leaning into this match. That's another thing that's arguing me WWE. Why do I always get a backstage segment right before something happens? So we had JC Jane with Thea Hale in the back talking. The new Thea Hale, a new kind of like devilish Thea Hale. And JC Jane, I mean not JC Jane, Gigi Dolan comes to tell Thea that you might want to watch out for her. She's not the best friend you think you need. And Blair Davenport comes in to essentially pour gasoline on an already stoked fire and call Thea a little girl. That sets her off. And then she essentially asked for a match against Gigi.
I
So we
mean,
had the match.
if you don't want to be called a little girl, don't act like a rebellious teenager.
And plus she just turned like 18, I think. So I would expect her to be a little girl. Uh she walks around acting like Scrappy Doo. That don't help you. Gigi Dolan versus Thea Hale. The winner, Thea Hale. Um, I'm loving that she's kind of like turning heel. That's kind of giving me. But ladies and gentlemen, the last match of this night, which I have a picture for the aftermath, because it's mixed report. There was a no disqualification match between Braun Breaker and Von Wagner, and Braun Breaker won, and it was a low blow. Okay, he's like, I'm gonna do what I got to do to win. A low blow and a spear. That's what he gave.
So how does Baron Corbin fit in?
Uh, because you remember they interrupted each other's matches for weeks. So Baron Corbin was just sitting at commentary, which shocked me because I'm like, I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna somehow mess this up, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't.
He
And
didn't.
it shocked me that he
So like
didn't.
now I'm curious as to where this goes because like I was fully expecting him to get involved.
One person is now no longer gonna get involved because as we all saw after the match, Braun took Vaughn and raised the stairs up to bash his head in and proceeded, the camera just went to black. And all you heard was Barry Corbin say, he did it. He actually did it. He just did it. I can't believe he did it. And you could kind of hear the panic in Booker T's voice. Like, oh, I think maybe from what the pictures and the video they had afterwards show, maybe he wasn't supposed to hit him like because he ended up looking like this. That's how he
Yeah,
ended up looking.
maybe he wasn't supposed to hit him like that.
Maybe he wasn't supposed to hit him like that. And some of the reports are there was a little scramble backstage. Shawn Michaels ended up running out. I don't think. I think maybe Vaughn did not move his head quick enough. Like he had a little bit of his head still there, and when it clanged, it might have not. Like the edge might have just hit him in the head, which wasn't supposed to do that because he was gushing blood. Like I don't know if you're supposed to do that. And that was pre-taped. Mind you, that was pre-taped. Next week is live. This week was pre-taped. So that means you pre-taped this. And this man got it. So I wonder if he got injured and that was their way of fixing it, was just to go to black. Because that was timed perfectly.
As Chris Jericho likes to call them, happy accidents.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that leads us up to, as we mentioned before, NXT is leading up slowly but surely to the end of the month, which we'll have a watch along for, which is NXT No Mercy. Okay? So make sure you're here for that. Now, we're going to go over the schedules. Okay? Monday on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch is Into the Square Circle at 11 o'clock. On Tuesday at 10:30 twice a month, which I think this Tuesday it should be coming up,
Yeah.
is YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch Seeing Stars. On Tuesday night is the Cookout at 10:30 p.m. on YouTube, Twitter, which is X, and Twitch. On Wednesdays, we have All for Not What You're Here For at 11:30 p.m. It is on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And then on Thursdays, we have Aftermath of Dynamite, which is on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, which, as we all know, Twitter is now next. On Friday night is Friday Night Fights, which is on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But ladies and gentlemen, we normally start off with SmackDown. We end off with Rampage. But this Friday, there's a pay-per-view, okay? We're going to be watching SmackDown, Rampage, and Impact Victory Road, okay? So make sure you're here for that starting at 8 o'clock. Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch is Under the Radar. And then Saturday night is All Right at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And then on Sundays, if there's a pay-per-view, we're there. Okay? So make sure you're there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, huh?
I was just gonna say, how did you enjoy John Cena on Miss TV on Monday?
I didn't even put that in there because it was so stupid. The fact that he's like, he's fighting an imaginary person. I was like, you suck. As soon as he's like, John Cena coming out, I was like, no, he ain't. No, he ain't.
I mean, what? Have you ever watched The Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan?
No. That is out
So
of my league.
so they're identical twin brothers. They're both invisible, and Rick Knox was the referee.
Kind of like there's like a invisible Tia Tamera. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out YouTube audio. You type in WWN and you see this little icon. It's for all the watch alongs. You can listen to us live or watch us live on YouTube audio. When you see this icon on YouTube audio, you can listen to the Cookout live. You also can watch it live on YouTube audio. But also, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Spotify. And I don't have every single one of the places we are, but I can tell you we are on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Amazon Music. We're on something named podcast. I don't forget, but we're everywhere. When you see this icon, we're everywhere. The latest episode from last night is already uploaded. I try to get you the night of or the morning the next day. Make sure it's up there, okay? Now, when I'm out, ladies and gentlemen, I ain't gonna say it's gonna be like that. I might have to get up 2 or 3 days later and put it up, but at least it's gonna get up, okay? Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 retro watch alongs so far, and they are one for Sammy's birthday and one that Sammy ALW did. And retro watch alongs are just when they go back and watch shows and matches that they had never seen before or they wanted to see and maybe have forgotten about. Okay?
Me and ALW might get another one done this month.
Yeah.
I was talking to him about it the other day. I think we might get one done this month if we can fit it in the time.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show. I know it was quick. It was quick because ALW ain't here. When
Less
ALW
color
ain't here,
commentary.
we like to play around, but for real though, we hope you feel better, ALW. And also, ladies and gentlemen, for the 120 of you all who have subscribed, we really appreciate you. We are growing bigger. We're bringing more to the channel, more shorts, more shows, more interviews, more fun here on the channel. We're gonna venture out. We're gonna go visit other people's shows. We're gonna have a good time. Okay, we're gonna spread Workhorse Wrestling Network everywhere, everywhere. Okay, so like I normally do, I tell y'all good night. You got to cut the lights out and you gotta get ready. All right, peace.